Hello. So today we're going to go over the CAGED system. We'll try and keep it as simple as possible. It was something that confused me a little bit when I was learning to play. I think all these diagrams and things kind of get in the way. They look really confusing, and I was like, it makes no sense. Until it was broken down into, you're just moving the chord shape down the neck and finding where you are, rather than all these lines facing all over this fretboard diagram thing. I was like, what's going on here? So let's get into this straight away. So we're going to use the C, play the C chord in a bunch of different places today. So I would presume if you're watching this and wanting to know what CAGED system is, you can already play the open chords. So I'm going to take that for granted, yeah. C, A, G, E, and D. 5 chords, yeah? You can also use the minor shapes as well, so you'd have the C, A minor, G, E minor, and D minor. That shape, them shapes also work as well. So basically what's happening is we'll play this C, and we're gonna play. Maybe we want some higher notes, higher pitched notes, and we want to play maybe let's think an E, yeah. Instead of this low E, maybe we want a higher pitched E, but we still want that E major shape. Or we're trying to figure a song out with our ears, and I think that is an E chord. It's definitely an E chord, but mine doesn't sound like that one, yeah. And this can help find, right, maybe this guitar player is using the CAGED system, is playing an E in a different position. So basically, when we play, and we'll just quickly, this open string here, we're going to move it. So if I'm going to play a C, and I want to find an E, there's my root, C, I need to find an E on that string, which is the 7th fret. Now you can hear that sounds a bit weird. So I've moved everything down 1, 2, 3, 4 frets, except these open strings, which also need to move down 1, 2, 3, 4 frets. And that's kind of where the capo thing comes in, or imaginary capo for now, just so you can visualize it. So we've cut all this off, the head of the guitar's there, we've got that C chord, which is actually an E chord now, and we'll play a nice easy chord, yeah. So it's another way we can use this CAGED system, is finding places to put capos onto our guitar to make things easy. Yeah, kind of thing. But without the capo, we're going to use our first finger as a bar chord, and I presume you know the basic bar chords as well if you're thinking of doing CAGED systems. But now we're going to have a few stretchier chords now by using that C shape. And if you can see there, I've got this finger, this finger, this finger. Instead of them three, I'm using them three instead, and I'm just putting my finger above it. I've got that E major bar chord, which sounds so different to that E major, yeah? Right, okay, so now we've got the idea of how that works. Let's work this. So let's play C. So we've got this C here. Now I suppose you could play it an octave higher, and occasionally you might see that. And that would just be playing it all the way down on the 12th fret, barring the 12th fret, and playing that C chord. And that's exactly an octave higher than that chord, and you can already hear the difference. Yeah. Right, now we'll use the A chord. So we know the A chord. I tend to play A chord with 2 fingers. I know some stick them 3 fingers in there, but I've just taught myself to use 2 fingers to get the same result. Right, so if I want to play a C, the root is on the A string. I need to find a C on that 5th string, which we know is the 3rd fret, so we just played it in that last chord. So I need to move down 1, 2, 3 frets. Everything moves down 3 frets. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now put that bar on for that C. There's my open strings now, and I've got a C chord. So there's that C chord, and there's that C chord. Yep, and now the next chord will be a G. Now if I want to play a C using that shape, I need to find a C on that 6th string, because there's my root, and I need to find it, which is on the 8th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frets down, yeah? Obviously I need to move the open strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to do this for demonstration purposes, but normally I wouldn't play it this way, and I wouldn't expect many to play it this way unless you've got 9-inch fingers. it's quite a stretch. And if you've got some fast chord changes, it's not the nicest to get to. But yeah, so you end up with the bar there, right there, so that's like your bar, yeah. Going down here. And then we've got two ways you generally see this be played, and it's kind of splitting the chord in half, and they'll play this half of the chord, or they'll play the bottom half of the chord. You might see them in different songs depending what they're after, yeah. Or sometimes if somebody is messing about with the CAGED system, they might switch across as they're going and then come back, yeah. Just another way to get about that G chord. Like I say, you normally just play half of it, but it's there. And then after the G, we've got the E shape, and we've just, so there's the root on the 6th string, and we've just said 8th fret is the C. So we're going to bar that, and we're going to put that shape on, the E major shape, or minor shape if it was playing a C minor, yeah? So far we've got normal C, open C, then we've used C using the A shape, we've got C using the G shape, and we've got C using the E shape. Now the last one is a D. So again, the root is on the 4th string, open. So we need to find a C on that 4th string, which is on the 10th fret. Yeah. Now again, demonstration, don't normally see it this way. Let's play all 4 strings. Normally you would see this in one of two ways. You'll either see it played just as a 3-string chord, so there you go, you've got your C, your A, your G, your E, and your D. And again, your octave. And that's kind of how the CAGED system works. So, wow, why would we use this? For the different tones that gives you in different places, you can hear them straight away. Yeah, you can hear all these different sounds in these chords. So if you're playing a piece and there's maybe in a band and there's two of you strumming some chords, let's say G, D, E minor and C, 1, 5, 6, 4. It seems a waste having two guitar players there if you're both playing exactly the same open chords like that. So maybe if the other guitar player is playing open chords like that, maybe it's a good time to practice and learn. I think this is how I got my head around it more, is just by playing with other people, and then watching the guitar player playing open chords, and I was like, right, if he's playing them chords, I'm going to go and play them in this position instead. So if we're going to pick a 1, 5, 6, 4, the standard G, D, E minor, C, I want to be looking for a G somewhere else, and maybe, and I always try to pick these chords so I can be in a similar position, so I'm not jumping up and down the guitar neck playing these shapes. Sometimes it's cool to do that if it fits the song, but most of the time, if it's just strumming patterns and stuff like that, I'm just going to try and stick in a position where I can be comfortable without having to jump all over the place. So a G using the C major chord shape. Down here, same chord, but much different. So you've got two guitars, it fills out all those frequencies of noise, yeah? All the different tones happen, yeah? To a D. Now you could play the G chord here, and then you don't have to change frets. Yeah, you can still stay barred on the 7th, and you could play that bottom half, or that bottom half. So you've got, which would be, and then we'll go to the E minor from there, which stay on 7th fret. You can use that A minor shape to play that, so you'd have, which would be much different sound, but the same chords, yeah. And then the last one would be the C, which then we could move down to the 8th fret and play the E major bar shape. Yeah, so you'd have G, D, A minor, E major, yeah. But obviously we've changed the roots. And two guitars playing that together. So anytime you're playing any strummy chords on, like, it's a good time to practice changing positions and seeing what noises you can make out of your guitar there, and it helps you. It helped me learn the fretboard, the notes of the fretboard much easier, finding the E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, yeah, and all these different chords to be able to, and especially on these two strings, and I think they're the most important strings to learn to start with, because all your roots and all your patterns start on those strings. So all these roots and patterns that start on those two strings, anytime we've got a chance to practice naming the 7th fret, 5th string is an E, yeah. If we can name that straight away, then we're onto a good start to get around the guitar neck much quicker. Right, I hope that helps, and have a go with it, just playing these chords in different positions. See you later.